Sup? What's Gucci OGs? So yesterday I uploaded a video addressing half of Michael Rowlands' recent video slagging off Blaire White, and I said that tomorrow, i.e. today, I'd tackle the second argument. Today is that day, so here we go as promised.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
Get a bag on your head, you move.
Like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come
on. Link to the first video is in the description if you haven't seen it yet.
The second tweet was she screen capped Riley Dennis tweet, as she does, and gone ahead and commented on it. So the original Riley Dennis tweet was something like, paraphrasing here, as a trans woman, I am not male to female because I was never male, right? And then Blaire went ahead and commented, like I say, copied it and commented and said, if you were never male, then why did you transition? Shits and giggles?
Yeah, so what I think she's saying there, Michael, is if she was never male, what is the need to change her birth name, start wearing makeup, tell everyone she's trans, which is short for transitioning, which is a verb, and I think she got some face surgery done back along to look more feminine, didn't she? What was the need to take all those steps to become female if she was never male to begin with? She had to tell her friends and family. It can't have been an easy thing to do. Wouldn't they have just known if she was always female? It's a fair question, I think, don't you?
Now, I'm no expert
Yeah, clearly.
on this, and I apologize to any trans people who might be watching this if I get this wrong, because I'm still learning, and if I do get this wrong, please feel free to tell me, because I would like to learn and grow, because that's a good thing.
I think you're lying, Michael. Do you know why? Because yesterday, I told you straight away that I'd be making a response to you, challenging your ideas. And you didn't seem very willing to listen then, Michael. Where's the equality in listening to a trans person and not me? I'm not saying I don't want the trans person to be heard, but why not listen to us both?
But from what I understand, you are born trans. Like, it's not a choice, right? It's the same with when you're gay, or bi, or pan, or poly, or any of those kinds of things, because we are humans and we are complex.
Not necessarily though, Michael. Transgender people surely are people who have a gender identity or gender expression that differs from their assigned sex. That doesn't necessarily mean they felt that way at birth. And if someone trans thinks they felt that way since birth, I would challenge that. How did they have coherent thoughts and feelings at 1 year old, at 6 months old, at 2 weeks old? I reckon it's more likely that at some stage, maybe younger rather than older, I'm not saying that, but at some stage after birth, something happened to make them question their assigned gender and make them reevaluate their life.
And so you're born trans, which by definition means that when you were born, you aren't born the gender that, that you actually associate with.
Even if we take that as true, Michael, at some point in Riley's life, she was forced to live a lie, covering up her true expression of gender until she decided not to anymore. At this point, this is the transition. Even in a perfect world, if transgenderism wasn't questioned, debated or looked at with any contempt, like it is right now somewhat, and transitioning was an easy and instantaneous process, it would still require that decision to commit to the suspicion or knowledge that one feels different from the gender that they're assigned. As it happens, sadly we do live in this world where it's looked at with some contempt and some debate. So it's much harder and arguably a much more difficult process to become trans, which is why I think it's even more unlikely that Riley, feels like she never transitioned.
So in Riley's case, born as a male body, a male bodied, but a woman on the inside, woman gendered. The gender is female. Her gender is female. So, by definition, she was never male.
Which is a load of shite, Mike. To say I never transitioned is a stretch, don't you think? Some, myself included for the reasons I've stated above, would call it an absolute fucking fairy tale. Personally, you know what, Michael? If Riley reckons she's never transitioned because she's always been a woman, what the fuck do I care? More power to her. But you're trying to say Blaire is completely wrong, misinforming her audience of bigots, and trying to paint her as a shitty person based on this, when actually she's got a fair point. She's got a fair question that could very well be discussed if there wasn't such a hate boner between the sides.
Just the outward appearance looked male. And as they say, never judge a book by its cover, or an article by its title, or a person by their genitals.
Well, I hope some of that makes sense, Michael. I hope it's got you thinking. And we covered that title thing yesterday, didn't we? So don't try and slip that back in, you naughty, naughty boy, Keith Lemo.
And so, really, all you're asking is why would you transition? Which trans people transition for multiple reasons, and I'm sure that you had your own reason as well.
Whoa, wait, hold on there, Michael. I thought Riley didn't transition. I thought she couldn't possibly transition because she was always female on the inside. Do you see why some of us are slow to buy into some of this shit, mate? There's just no consistency here. Did she transition or was she female from birth? Make up your mind, mate.
I'm a scat man.
Disingenuous misrepresenting trans issues and misrepresenting issues and ideas and facts to pander to right-wing figures. And misrepresenting trans issues, pander transphobic. That is a transphobic thing to do. Perpetuate misinformation, perpetuating marginalization, marginalized groups, in this case, trans people.
But this is why you just aren't that credible to me, Michael. When you're put on the spot, what you come out with is pure mumbled shite. You just fucking lost the plot with this one, mate. And I'd be lying through my fucking teeth if I said this was the first time. I'm not expecting a response off you, but of course I'd love to hear one if you did. All the best.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.